Welcome to Sober Barkeep. I'm Brian Anderson, coming to you from Anderson Guitar Bar here in lovely League City, Texas. So recently, I tried some beers from Drink Arrival House, the Arrival House brand beers. You've seen them on here. John reached out to me recently. He's got a website, drinkrivalhouse.com. He offers a wide range, including his beers, of other non-alcoholic products. And he offered to sponsor a few segments of the show. And I'm taking anybody up on that. So what we're going to do is over the next few weeks, we're going to take a look at Win. This is a non-alcoholic wine line that's out there. It's from Spain. So we'll be looking at some Spanish grape varieties, a couple different varieties made in a couple different ways, and see how these stack up to the non-alcoholic wines that are out there on the market. Kind of been looking forward to this because, you know, as I've mentioned on the program several times, the non-alcoholic wines just really haven't stood up well in my mind, and but I want to find some good stuff and want to find stuff that will scratch people's itches out there. I know some people aren't nearly as critical as I am of the wines, thank goodness, in the drinking. So let's take a look. The first one we're going to look at is a Tempranillo. There's three different Tempranillos that they have. They have an organic one, they've got a regular Tempranillo, and then they've got this one we're going to start with, which is 12 month aged in oak barrels, which tends to give a little more body to the Tempranillo. Tempranillo is a classic Spanish grape and used in wines. There's probably their premier wine from Spain, I would say, is the Tempranillo. And you'll see it also grown in Texas a lot. Texas makes some great Tempranillo wines. Tempranillo tends to be very fruit forward, kind of a cherry flavor. Tannins aren't super strong on it, but it does idiot. It's a red wine. It's a full body red wine, so it's got some tannic qualities to it as well. So I was very interested to see where they ended up with on the Tempranillo. So let's just take a look. I did open this earlier tonight and had it with a steak, and I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. They also recommend on this one that you drink it cooled at about 45 degrees Fahrenheit, which is interesting. And really, that's the way you almost want to drink red wine. Is it cellar? You always talk about room temperature drinking red wine. Room temperature meaning cellar temperature, which is typically in the 50s. So this is a little cooler than recommended, a little cooler than cellar temperature, but still not in a bad range. So 45. I drank it. I opened it, had some of it without chilling it, and didn't like it as well. I'll tell you that right off the bat, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. When you smell this, man, you can smell the Tempranillo. The Tempranillo grape is got a very distinct flavor or aroma to it, and it is all there. You smell cherry. Not a whole lot of oak to it, with it being barrel aged. When you drink it, very fruit forward, which always is. In the past, I've really said it's not grape juice forward, but it is fruit forward. It got a cherry backbone to it. Then the Tempranillo grape, you flat taste it. It's a black grape, and it tastes that grapey, kind of flavor to it. Even in the strong Tempranillos that you'll get from Spain, the full alcohol ones. The tannins are really nice on this. Now, when I had it with a steak earlier, the tannins to me are what's holding this wine together, this non-alcoholic wine together. Without the alcohol there, the tannins is what really holds this together. The steak, the fat on a steak typically will tame your tannins down. That's the reason that you drink a really young Bordeaux with a big steak, and boy, it just brings out the flavors of that Bordeaux because it tames the tannins. Well, when you tame the tannins in this, there's not a whole lot left. It tastes very grape juicy. So I didn't really like it with my steak, but I do like it as a sipping wine. It's really a very interesting. Now, is this a mimic of a full-bodied alcoholic Tempranillo? It's got the flavor, it's got the aromas, but there's still something missing because the alcohol is not there. But I will tell you, of all the wines that I've had so far, I open it, I have a glass, half a glass maybe, do the episode, and I end up dumping the wine out. This one, pretty sure I'm going to drink the whole bottle. I'm giving this a 4. I'm giving this a 4. And this is barely a 4, but it's a 4 because it's very drinkable. I like it, especially now. It's much better chilled. I understand why they want you to chill it because at 45 degrees, much tastier than it was, and I think it emphasizes those tannins a little more when it's chilled. And if you swish around there, you get the tannins are really nice. It's a dry wine. Very fruity though, for a red. A little more so than I would normally like. But I tell you, it's got flavors that build and build. And the cherries, man, the cherries that you get in a classic Tempranillo is there. I like this one. Again, I'm giving it a 4. If you like that Tempranillo, the Spanish style wines, you might want to give this one a shot. To drinkrivalhouse.com. This is out of Spain. I like it. Sober Barkeep. Live well and drink smart.